Everyone, I'm Ryan, you're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and this is going to be a pedalboard building video. The core concept here is that I've got this Surfy Bear. I love this thing to death, but man, it is huge. This is a really big pedal. If you don't know, it is a full-sized spring pan in a pedal, giving you a very true and very authentic drippy, surfy reverb. So anyways, enter this pedal board. This is made by the same family of brands that Joyo pedals comes from. It's one of those ones that has like the rubber clamps on the side and you just clamp stuff into it. I figured it would be a good match for this because this has big rubber feet on the bottom. It's honestly really hard to mount to a pedal board. I thought it would be fun to explore a completely different kind of pedalboard concept than I've worked with before. And also, I was talking to Joyo. They sent me those R-Series pedals at the same time. And were like, hey, you want to, try anything else from our family of brands? I saw this and decided to go for it. So I haven't opened it up yet. A little pouch here. Nothing in there. See what I'm working with. Looks like I'm starting from parts. Discard the case for now. I'm gonna say that if you're looking to shop for your first pedal board, something that you might not consider that I think is very important for pedal boards is, does it come with a case? Are there cases that will fit it? There are a lot of companies out there that will sell you a pedal board that doesn't come with a case, and it might be tricky to find a case that fits it. So just make sure you keep that in mind when you're shopping for a pedal board. I'm not saying that to specifically promote this board because I don't even know if I like it yet, but I'm just saying in general. Man, all sorts of little screws and parts. Handles, a little Allen wrench holder here, fold out feet. Wow, spring loaded. It's an interesting, I guess that makes it pack into the bag a little flatter, but if you're mounting power underneath, I'd imagine you'd leave them down full time once you start doing that. I've got this whole rail system here. Interesting. Here, let's adjust the camera so there's more room for this in the shot. Decent size. The Surfy Bear obviously still takes up so much of this board. Hopefully there's enough room on the sides for those clamps, because otherwise, what's even the point? Okay, so there's these screws and these little wings. Looks like they went in there just fine. Looks like I've got plenty of room. That's good news. I'm not sure how those little metal wings are automatically grabbing on to the rails, but they're doing it. I didn't have to fidget with them or fight with them. They just automatically did it. I've always kind of poo-pooed these sorts of concepts just because these feet are so wide and it kind of limits how creative you can get with butting pedals right up next to each other. But I think in this case, with a really funky pedal like this that's on big rubber feet, pretty hard to Velcro down to things and make work on a normal pedal board, I think these side clamps are pretty great right now. It'll be interesting to see how they come into play when I build out the rest of this board. I think I'm gonna build a dedicated surfboard here. So I'll put a fuzz, a drive, obviously a tuner, a tremolo, probably a delay on here. So 4 or 5 pedals to pad it out. And then of course, the core element of a surfboard, the reverb. It seems like if you just turn the screw enough, that little metal wing just goes where it needs to go and grabs on. This is on here now. I don't think I could pull it off if I wanted to. It's just on there. I'll need to track down a power strip for this at some point. All right. Drive, fuzz, tremolo, delay, tuner. I'm gonna need to get myself an extra power brick for this too. I don't think I have a spare to power these, so I'll have to do a daisy chain for now. Using a real mixed bag of patch cables here. Do I want the side handles? Do I care? Okay. I can grab it just fine. I don't feel like I need special handles. But maybe I should do it just to do it. I guess that's interesting. I'll do it just to do it. Have the full experience of what this pedal board's supposed to be. I've been using 1 Allen key and they've got this official handly one here. It really doesn't need so much pressure that it requires a big plastic handled thing. I feel like they gave me way more screws and connectors than I should need, but maybe that's offset by the fact that I have a humongous pedal on this board. See, it gets tricky to get the pedals close together. With Velcro, I could have these like that close, and you just can't do that in this situation. To have it where I want it, I need to have a good 1.5 inches between each pedal. If that doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother you. Does it bother me? For this pedal board, it doesn't. But if this was going to be my church board, where I try to cram as much stuff on it as I can, because of the stereotypes of playing at church, then it would bug me that I wouldn't be able to get stuff, you know, just micro measurements away from each other. Really, they should have a stopper that's got 2 sides on it, so it can just rest between 2 pedals. I know that would be trickier to, you know, take them off and remove them and whatnot, because everything would be grouped together, but I think it would solve some of that issue for some people. Those little feet kind of cramp up how much space you have for patch cables too. So these solderless boss cables I have here seem like the correct solution for this board, because they can kind of snake in between. I just realized I probably don't want the Mooer D7 because I want to be able to rack the time and make spaceship noises. If I can get it to fit, I'm going to go with what I use for my band for Dinosaur Ghost. I'm going to throw a DD3 on there, if I can get it to fit. One of these works and one of them doesn't. This one's the working one because I didn't put that Velcro on there. I never do the big Velcro. That's the one I bought used. Well, they're both used. That's the one I bought after this one. And it didn't work. But this has always been my go-to for Dinosaur Ghost, for those racked spaceship sounds, which I use in at least one song, even though that knob's real tiny. I'm excited. I haven't had a dedicated surfboard in a long time. I'm actually using quite a bit of these feet because I'm doing doubles and extra supports on everything to make it rock solid. I thought I'd be able to get away with just doing 2 feet, 2 grabbers on each pedal. But having a little bit of extra bracing really does help stabilize the pedals. I'm pretty happy with just how easily and automatically these little metal wings seat. I thought I was going to be fidgeting around trying to get it to line up just right in those rails, and that really has not been the issue at all. They just go in there automatically. You spin the Allen key a couple times and it grabs onto something and pulls tight. This is where top jacks screw me over, because I need to plug in right there. Maybe I need to scoot the whole Surfy board. Maybe I need to scoot the whole Surfy Bear over to the right. Checkmate, top jack nerds. It's the one time in history where they're a detriment. Nah, still doesn't give me enough room. I can't use the monument. If I had the space, I might put that Fender tremolo on there. But I don't. There's no possible way of fitting that on there because there's not room for the clamps on the side. So I'm going to go with the Gravitas, which is still an excellent, excellent tremolo. I just always feel bad using it for simple stuff like surf guitar because it's capable of just so many bananas settings and sounds. I'm just going to use it for a soft sine tremolo for surfy stuff. But that's okay. I mean, I'm fine with it if you are. Picking a pedal just to get side jacks. What does the world come to? I'm going to use this as an example anytime someone throws a fit over side jacks on a pedal. Like, well, you know what? One time side jacks saved my life. If I'd been using top jacks, I would have died in a car accident. That's in there solid enough. Pack up the extras. These are the clamps for the power. I don't have power right now, but it's nice that you can clamp a power brick underneath this thing. I should probably get myself... I should have asked a Joyo to send me an extra power brick. I don't know why I didn't think of that. That thing feels damn sturdy. Let's run some power. All right, one extra long daisy chain. I'm going to use my Hallmark because that's what I use in my surf band. So it's pretty obvious, right? It's an obvious choice. Man, I love that Surfy Bear so much. Makes me want to get the boys together for band practice. Oh man, I miss playing with my surf band. I mean, it's pretty impossible these days, but man. This is the best surfboard I've ever put together. I've had all the parts around forever. I didn't have the Surfy Bear the last time I played with my band. Man, this is a great board now. Can I crash? That's what the handles are for. I can crash out reverb because I got the handles. Now I want to see how this thing fits in the case. I am going to have to figure out a dedicated power situation for it, because two plugs and two plugs and a daisy chain is not the most ideal situation. I'm also curious to know how much room is left in the case. Could I put other pedals on top of the Surfy Bear and treat it like a riser? I might be able to. It feels like it's pretty tight. And that's with those feet down. No, it feels like there's still room for the power supply, even with the feet collapsed. It feels like there would be enough room for a power supply. One of those little Joyo bricks or K-line bricks would fit under there. I'm sure I could put a pedal on top of the Surfy Bear if I really needed to. Let's shove these extras in here. That guy. It came with a shoulder strap. There it is. I built a surfboard. It's ready to go. I've got no gigs to go to. I wish I did now. All right, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. You know the whole drill. Buy a shirt. Click the links. Use my affiliate links. It's easy. If you're going to shop for something on the internet and you use Amazon, Sweetwater, Reverb, Toman, I've got links for that. eBay, I've got a link for that. Start with my link. Go buy whatever you want. I'll get a cut. Helps me put money in my pocket, food on the table, diapers over our heads, and a roof on my baby. So, yeah, thanks for everything, guys, and stay grounded.